let us know the category.
Pride history for 200, please.
Okay,
Ooh.
Pride history for
I feel it
200.
already.
All right. What city is known for hosting its largest pride parade in the world, attracting millions of participants, spectators every year? And if you need a hint, I will give you a hint.
Wouldn't that be New York?
No, I'm going to give you the hint. This is the first place where a BBL was.
No, the first beat.
Oh, the first B in BBL. Okay.
What's the first
Oh,
beat?
Brazil.
Hey! Yeah, ding, ding, ding.
That is Brazil.
Okay. Period. For 200. Okay, there you go. Look at that. Clap it up, everybody. Okay. Smarter than a fifth grader. Okay.
Maybe third.
Third. Okay. All right, gentlemen. Okay, and what you got? Where your microphone? Tell us what your...
HIV STI prep question.
Okay, for how much?
200.
Okay, for another 200, we have HIV, STI, and PrEP question. And your question is, PrEP is an abbreviation for this HIV prevention method, which involves taking your medication to reduce risk from contracting HIV. So what does PrEP stand for?
Oh, I don't know that acronym. I don't know it.
Okay, so you want a hint? What happens before post? So in the trans community, if you're not post-op, you're what op?
Isn't it pre-op?
Okay, so that's the first one. And then when we think of cameras and they use that film, what is that film called? Monica, help. Help, Monica.
I didn't know I could have.
Yeah, you can help. You're a winner.
I know she know it.
Okay, anybody else want to go?
I know
Anybody
she
else
knows
know the answer?
I'm surprised.
What is PrEP?
You should know it too.
I should.
Okay.
That lets me know that my job, I gotta work hard.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I did my homework. I just didn't remember it.
It's the weed.
I didn't tell nobody. She
Better
did.
call
For
Tyrone.
me.
Okay.
For me.
What about the commercial?
So, okay.
Okay. Can you give me anything about the PrEP commercial that you remember?
And the funny thing is, I actually just heard it yesterday too.
Oh, okay. Or you could give me a name of,
medication.
yes. Which PrEP medication are you on?
You just had to put me on the spot. That's a good one. Discovery.
Okay, yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Discovery.
It rings a bell.
Okay, period. Thank you. We have a winner.
It definitely rings a bell.
And other goodies?
I know, I need that. I don't need no camera.
Okay, what you need?
we got
Well,
a
just
question.
educate the people. Come play for fun.
Right here?
Oh, there you go. Get that question.
You moving fast.
Right here.
Okay, how you doing? Good.
What's your category?
Category is Pride History.
Pride history for how much?
For $100.
For $100. For $100. Pride history. Where did the first ever Pride Parade take place, marking the beginning of the annual LGBT Pride Month celebration?
In New York.
Okay. And for a bonus, do you happen to know what that movement was called?
It was the movement that they had busted a bar for some kind of reason. And it was called the Stonewall.
Yeah, ding,
They
ding,
beat up,
ding,
they
ding.
did enough.
We have a winner.
What I get some candy.
Right here.
Oh, y'all better not.
Right here. Okay. First Pride in 1970, the year after Stonewall Rising. Yes, fierce woman, okay?
Sylvia Rivera.
Who's her partner? Yes.
I guess wrong.
What guess? Ain't nothing wrong with guessing wrong. You gonna eventually get it right.
Marsha P.
Yes, Marsha P.
Period.
Okay, you won. You won. Thank you for playing with us. Lucky number contestant, come on down. Come on. Do, do, do. Everybody a winner? Yes. How are you today? I'm amazing. So, let me know what your category is. Okay, for how much? Okay. For 400 big ones, we have, all right, 400. Which provider does not have a mobile unit, but they have provided grill meals and a Hummer for pup events?
You see, we gave them a shout out. Ain't that a good one? The Hummer right in front of
Okay,
this
so what
thing.
city are we in? All right, and when we call this what? It's a C word. We are all a part of the same C. Oh, yeah, we all a part of the same. Yes, boom. And when we talk about our bodies, that is called our, nope, with an H. When your doctor goes talk about your, yes, and a C word. When we make that, what's that? When you put it in and take it out. Yes, okay. So Detroit Community Health Connection. This is your gift. Okay, we gonna make sure y'all gonna get it. All right. Thank you so much for playing. In the end, pass the furry rabbit to each other so we can hear y'all on the mic. All right. For how much? 200. Pull up, partners. My Vanna Blacks over here. Thank y'all so much. All right, for $200. Which partner agencies that provide Narcan kits? And you can. There are three answers that you could get correct.
Recovery Project.
That's ding, ding, ding. You won. You want to name the rest? No. Okay. All right. So we got. Okay. So we got Detroit Recovery Project, Unify, and Wayne Health. So get your Narcan. Get your Narcan.
Okay.
All right. So the next person. What's your category? Appearing as the first gay open male rapper in the BET Hip Hop Awards rap cipher. 100. They said you should know that. Nope. Chicago. So when we think of another word for children, start with a K. Okay. And then the opposite of Barbie. Okay. Yes.
I didn't know he was from Chicago.
Oh, Beard, now you know. Okay, you won. Thank you for playing. Period.
You're welcome.
Okay, come on, Hollywood. These three characters from the iconic HBO show that has a LGBT storyline, what is the name of the show? And we have characters like Omar, Snoop, and Detective Greg. And like in this show too, it was a lot of nudity. Dicks was slanging everywhere, so like, yeah. What you say? So, and Kanye West got a song that say something about this in it too. Okay, all right. So, for this question, $400 Pride history. The rainbow striped flag is a symbol of LGBT plus pride and solidarity. Who is credited for designing the original rainbow flag? Oh, y'all don't? Yeah? You know? Okay. I don't know either shit, but okay. Yeah, taught me something. So, remember this show? Oh my God! Yes, ding, ding, ding. Can you say that? Can you say that?
When I was younger, it was a lot more fun. I was able to identify how I chose to identify. Being able to be out and proud and having a good time. But that was years ago. Today, it's not so.
Yeah.
But I think we going to get back there. They say history repeats itself, so it'll come back around.
It's starting to look like that. Like it's reminding me of like when we first was out here doo-doo bopping.
Okay, so that's when you first was out.
Yeah, you was out already before me. So yeah, when I was doo-doo bopping.
For me, I would say when I was younger, I feel like today we are able to be more open and free and show who we are, as opposed to like back 2005, 2006, we kind of had to be closeted. I think, just being a part of the community today in this day and age, I'm kind of happy to see where we at and how far we've come, even though we still have a long way to go. I think the progress is progressing.
Yeah. Thank you.
So for me, I'm gonna say, it's cool. I like it. Of course, we're moving forward. Again, like they said, like we have more freedom than we had back then, and I want to say, well, now me being what the older girls were to me, I don't want to be like they were. Most of them, they were mean. They wasn't trying to give the girls any type of information, any type of help, any type of guidance. So me being that kind of in that area now, I want to be totally different. Like if I can help somebody and they up asking, I want to be like that. And I think that's where we are now. And it wasn't like that back then.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. You brought up a really good point, and I also want to give y'all flowers while they're here. Y'all are our staples in this community. I think everybody within our community holds a certain space, and I want y'all to relish in that, you know what I mean? And when y'all say community, what do you think, fuck this card, but what do you think is the thing that is, one, holding us together, but also taking us apart?
For me, based on my personal experience in the community, I'll say the fact that in Detroit, no matter who you know, at some point we all are connected, like we are family. So this is my mother, this is my sister, but they probably have somebody's aunt, uncle, someone, that's our...
I know what you meant.
No male pronouns.
We knew what
But y'all know what he meant.
Don't cancel me.
Okay.
Oh, they good for that.
Okay.
I love the transcript.
Yeah, okay, per.
Yeah, so, but yeah, like I said, I think we have such a family, a deep-rooted kind of family connection, like with our chosen families. Even we can be into it with people from out of town. You can't be from out of town.
Okay.
You can't be from out of town and come to Detroit and call one of our girls. Like the whole city right against you. So I say that holds us together as well as divides us in a way. Because you do have a lot of situations to where they kind of like out of the family's control, so it does create like a rift.
Yeah.
In it.
Thank you. Anybody else?
So I'm gonna piggyback on Kendall. For me, it's basically the same way. It boils down to community. Community can keep us together, and community can also keep us apart. As Kendall said, we are like deep rooted. Again, this is my daughter, me and Chanel. Yeah. We used to be in it every 6 months. It's like
we're also both Pisces.
Okay, period. Okay. Yeah.
So, we was always into it, but it never failed. Like if she would have got into it with somebody outside of me, it was like, I dare you.
Yeah.
And vice versa. And goes back to what she was saying. I think I can honestly say I am that girl that give those resources, that share the experiences that I went through. I actually would be the one to go through it so I can let you know what to expect. Yeah. So again, it comes down to community as a whole that can tear it and keep it together.
So I'm gonna say, just again, I'm only speaking from my experience and what I see.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me is not really support. People pick and choose who they want to support and when, and most of the time it's when it's beneficial. Yeah. If we all just supported each other, we would get so much further along.
That's true.
And that's just all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay, and that's that on that. So our next question: how do you take pride in your sexual health? So pretty much, how you like fucking? No.
I mean, in order to keep fucking, you gotta make sure you're good, because you don't want to be out here and you thinking you got the perfect good sex life, and you out here, you done burned 3 niggas.
Okay, hello.
You done gave 4 gonorrhea in the mouth. So it's like going to the doctor, getting checked out, using protection, because I'm not gonna say, because I'm not really one of them girls.
Okay.
Be mindful of who you with. Just, start there. Be mindful. If we slow down and give or take, let's slow down with the drug intake, and we could probably think better about the choices we make, instead of when that high come down and you look to your left and you be like, oh, bitch. Then you look to your right, you be like, now wait a minute.
It's not only drugs either, because I be like that off of liquor sometimes. I can't say that.
You're right.
However, that liquor bottle also say it's a drug.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be mindful of like the things that you do with yourself. Protect your body, protect yourself, protect your peace, protect your mind.
But for me, I like to say that I'm kind of like, I'm sexually positive, meaning like I enjoy sex. So because of the work that I do, I have training and workshops on, you know, how to make safe sex fun. You know, yeah. So for me, I take pride in it, just, you know, having fun, just make sure that I protect the person who I'm with, you know, and myself.
So I'm going to speak from the aspect of sex work.
Thank you.
I be around, I do it, I be around the girls that do it, and I know it's frowned upon from some people, but me personally, I don't always use protection, but I am on PrEP, I take it regularly, and I also pride myself in trying to, for the most part, always use protection.
Yeah.
For the most part.
But even with that being a conversation, yeah, like we have to normalize people having their practice to do what they will with their body.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so thank you for saying that. And sex work is work.
That's why I always speak up.
And I recycle a lot too. So I when it comes to sex, I tend to deal with people that I'm used to, like I'm kind of familiar with. So I don't really have to worry about too much when it comes to that department, because kind of like I have an understanding, like this is what it is, this is what it is.
Yeah, and I get into these phases where like I'm real freaky, and then I don't want to have sex for months. Yeah, and then it's, I don't know if this happened for anybody else, but the moment I'm like highly on my PrEP and like taking my pills every day, I ain't fucking at all. But the moment I have a slip up and I don't, oh, you feel me? Okay, yeah. But the moment I'm like missing doses and all of that, and my sex life is crazy. And so, thank y'all for being honest and transparent. So this, you mentioned on something about substances and things of that nature. One thing I like to say is that like when we have resources like Narcan and fentanyl strips, why do y'all feel like it's so much stigma around the conversation when it comes to substance?
So coming from my point of view, being an individual that partook in consuming drugs, it's no secret that I'm a chronic weed smoker. However, I had my times where I played with cocaine and pop pills. However, it was a point where I felt like I was about to graduate. So it was like I either take one or the other. I'm not about to take both. So I stopped taking pills and I started indulging into cocaine. Okay. As I started seeing like my kids, my grandkids, my nephews, my nieces, and all this type of stuff, like dying, like we was just together yesterday, how you was coming to the house the next day, and now I'm burying you 3 days later.
Yeah.
It kind of knocks something in your brain and says, well, what you want to do? Where you want to go? How you want to see things different? How you want to see things change? And I think at that point, that's when it gave me like the will to be like, girl, I'm good. I can't tell you what to do. I only can show you how to protect yourself, because I know you're gonna do what you want to do.
Yeah.
So if I can supply you with the testing strips, or someone who I personally trust, that you know where I used to get my, because I didn't have those problems, like close to ODing and stuff. I knew a limit. It wasn't no point. I wasn't gonna get no higher.
Yeah.
And again, when you keep looking to the left and you got 3 niggas to the left and you got 4 to the right, and then it's just you in the middle.
Yeah.
And you sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck did I just do?
Okay.
And it kind of gives you a brighter light.
Yeah.
So I'm only gonna speak from my experience.
I appreciate
so
that.
Again, I can't tell you what to do. I can show you what I did, and I can help you do what you do.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was just going to piggyback off what she said, because I too someone who, you know, I smoke marijuana heavily, but I also been someone that indulged in other substances like ecstasy and cocaine. And I do think that there's so much stigma around it because there's not enough education when it comes to that, just like you said with HIV. I feel as though a lot of the agencies where these services are offered don't have people that come into our safe spaces, don't have people that come into our community, meet us where we at, so that we can have information about what's available to us to protect ourselves. If you don't know someone that works for an agency, then you probably don't know what reaches are available to you. So I do think that does create a lot of stigma when it comes to prevention, substance abuse. Even like I know, like what she said, I can only talk from my experience. I can give you the tools that you need. Like the Detroit Recovery Project does have the Narcan kits. We got the injectables now as well as the inhalers. I just think it's just about like how you do it. It's just
Yeah. Okay. So, at the beginning of June, we lost a community member, Charm, and one of the conversations that I always wanted to have is around the violence that we know happened to the trans women here in the city. And what can we, because I'm tired of mourning. Like, I'm sorry. I'm tired of mourning, but like, what do we do as community members to try to come up with some real solutions, or at least like acknowledge that this shit is really a problem?
it's a lot of division in the trans community. In Detroit in particular. So I can say that when someone dies, then that's the time you'll see them together. But outside of someone passing away or a drug-fueled night, then there's no kind of like togetherness. So we did have more events, more spaces where the community as a whole could come, congregate, be themselves, have these kind of conversations that we're having now. I think that it'll be like a better understanding as far as the whole community.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna speak on that situation since you brought it up. Charm was going through a lot before that happened.
Okay.
And she didn't talk to anyone because she felt like she had nobody to talk to. And one of the people who do so much after it had taken place was one of her close friends. But because of personal reasons, she couldn't even reach out to her.
Okay.
And to me, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because maybe had someone been able to help her before that, she wouldn't have been in the situation where she would have been where she was doing what she was doing.
No. Okay.
And it's a lot of that. That's only one situation.
Yeah.
And I'm only piggybacking off of that because you brought it up.
Yeah, of course. And that's a real thing. I think as women, like even with me and Monica, can I share? Yeah, I feel like even with just growing in my womanhood, I think it's a level of women being able to deal with whatever disagreements or what situations are, because when you look at the bigger picture, we all on this earth for a limited amount of time.
Yes,
and
very
so
limited.
these petty situations that we allow to like divide us and then allow our social circles to bring us even more further apart, it'd be like, you know what, bitch, let me just sit down with you, let's have a raw conversation and let's move the fuck on, okay? So in that situation, I get that. That's why even in these positions of seeing leaders or advocates, it's very, very performative. It's very like, okay, I just want the pictures and I want the photos, but we missing the mark as far as like just what our community needs. Like, come together. It don't take that much. All of us band together with what we got, and when we don't have any more, let's figure out how to go get some more for our people, you know?
And I see it all the time. Like, I see so many girls that, like I said, I be with the girls. I be with the girls that the people are scared to reach out to or shun. They shunned upon, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's so much that they need, and I tell them certain places to go, and they don't want to go there because of how they're treated.
Yeah.
And I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
So when do we change?
That is the point. Like, that is the point of
because
why.
These
like,
are the places that's supposed to help.
Yeah.
They don't want to come here.
Yeah.
Because
And they want to stop at the 5 o'clock. Like, we got to be honest about learning that, like, this just don't stop from Monday to Friday, from 9 to 5. And honestly, it'd be like, this is what I keep telling the people. You got to go in community. You got to go talk to the people. Like, what the fuck are you afraid of? Yeah, that's not going to get anything solved. Like, what are you afraid of? Monica, you have something? Add it? Okay. Yeah, we talking.
Yeah, because I know, listening to both of them, like I said, these both my kids. And I have never been one of those girls who one was the ass-kissing girl. I never hung around the social circle. I always went out and danced and marched to my own beat. I always did my own thing. I have always been the underdog, which I had no problem with.
Same.
Because I did not feel like I had to vie for attention. I didn't feel like I had to be put on the forefront. I didn't feel like I had to be the popular one. I can be the mean one. I can be that until you get to know who I am. So and when individuals don't want to go to these spaces, of course I'm the last resort, because now, well, we gonna have to go to the mean bitch.
Yeah.
And then when they get to me, it's not nothing like that. And they be like, well, I should have just came to you from the beginning.
Because you're the mean bitch and I'm the bougie bitch.
It goes back to you listening to those that you look up at, that tend to look down at you and put you in a space where you can't get the help that you need because they don't really give a fuck. And like Chanel said, you can't, and like you just said, my job don't stop at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Anybody and everybody that know me knows you can call my phone at 4 a.m. and I'm, okay, let me see what I can do and I'm gonna call you right back. Don't be mad if it take a minute because it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
And we gotta
but let me see what I can do. Even if I could just send you a cash app for you to have somewhere to stay tonight, I'll, you know, it's not nothing to that.
Yeah.
It's been plenty of times I have helped people out of my own pocket before even getting back into an organization. You seen it.
Yeah.
Y'all experienced it. So it comes back to, again, we put these people on these pedestals that should be sitting in the same chair you sitting in because they ain't no better than you.
Yeah.
The only thing that they do, they get the paycheck.
Yeah.
And like I tell people, if you knew my salary, you would know it's not the paycheck.
Hello? Hello? You gotta know it's for the bad.
Why are you doing the work that you do? You're a funeral director and you hustle on the side because it's not about the check.
Yeah.
If it was about the check, you wouldn't see me.
Yeah.
It's not.
For real. Thank you for that, and y'all being honest.
Yeah, because that is a very touchy subject for me. Like, and it's a passion of mine too. So.
And I want you to know, that's why I said this is a safe space and nobody is going to judge you for your opinion. You know, I know, but it needs to be said. Like, I'm tired of pussyfooting around these topics. So also, we have this thing where everybody want to be an ally to us, right? How do y'all feel allies should support our community, and how can they do a better job of showing up for us?
My question to allies that want to be allies, you define to me what an ally is to you.
Yeah.
And then I can tell you what an ally is for me.
Yeah.
Because again, when we tend to have these conversations about allies, it turns around to be about dictating. I don't need you dictating my life that you don't walk in. Just like I don't walk in yours. Some conversations ain't for me.
Yeah.
Like some conversations ain't for you. So I'm at my business. But that don't mean I'm not an ally to my black women, to my women of color, to my men of color. I ally for everyone. But I don't get that in return. And that's perfectly fine. That's fine for me or whatever the case is because I'm gonna make it.
And but stop saying your motherfucking ass is an ally.
and I would say to piggyback off everything she said, because I agree with what she said wholeheartedly. What I want the allies to do is educate. A lot of the times we have allies that only defend us, you know, when they're in our presence. But when you get online on social media, you see these same allies in the comments agreeing with the people that you know that are attacking us. Yeah. And then when it comes to the girl. And then you come back to our safe spaces and you expect us to have the same energy.
Yeah.
Just speak up for us all the time, you know, not just half the time.
Right. Okay, because you passion. I feel the passion from over here.
It ain't for this.
No, I get it. One thing I'll just say is that with allyship, it's like you keep saying you love me, and you here for me, and I can't go on a date with your brother or your daddy or your cousin. Then there is some work that still needs to be done there because you only feel like I'm beautiful enough for this amount of distance in my womanhood. Like
they need you for something.
Yeah. And it's just like, you only love me under the umbrella of like, what's deemed to be nice. Like, you don't really fuck with me because you haven't been to my home, or like, you really ain't told your transphobic ass boyfriend, like, actually don't say that about her or whatever. So if it can't start in your home, then I don't want to be a part of you being a part of my home. Okay? So, we gonna wrap this thing up.
I don't know how to say it that night.
Oh, look, it's a lot. Let me tell you, you know where that practice came from? From being around spaces with a lot of bitches who didn't like me, and I had to learn how to like sock it to them without socking. Yeah, you a direct.
I give it straight to them.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you know.
I don't know no other way.
I want that type of way, okay? Yeah. But so one thing I like to do is Mouthy Pearls of Wisdom, and it's like leaving our younger community members with a final thought, a lesson, something that you walked away from with walking in your identity, right? What is something that you would tell a young person just from your experience or the work that you do?
For me, I would tell the younger generation, listen. When I say that because being a young gay black man coming out of Detroit, when I had older people that were in the community try to tell me stuff, I took it as they can't take me. Or they mad because I'm getting the same amount of life. So I kind of closed off, like when they would come to me and tell me stuff like to educate me, I kind of took it as from another approach, like they said, because a lot of people here do have like the I look down on you or I'm better than you because I'm in a better place in your life.
I'm in the back of that next, so I can't hear you.
So, yeah, that would be my number one. Just listen. We're not here to put you down. I think now that we have a lot more people that are part of the community working for these agencies, we make it much more comfortable. So we're here to help you, not harm you. Even though we may tell you stuff that you're not trying to hear because it goes against your lifestyle, just know that we're here to help you and we're always here for you.
Thank you.
I can. It's man short.
Come on.
No, because I'm just gonna say, and this goes to whoever may see this or whoever may hear this. I'm very personable. If I can help you, I will. You can, come up to me, approach me, as long as we're not in the club and I'm not drinking, because I'm a totally different person. But like, even then, if you have like a serious question, just pull me to the side.
Yeah.
And we'll handle it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. I may just tell you, here's my number. Call me tomorrow.
Okay.
But because again, I want to be personable to most of the younger girls, because some of them will drive you crazy.
Yeah.
My little sister is one. But I really just like, if I can help you, like, approach me. I see, we can figure it out. We can work it out.
Thank you.
I want to say something. I just want to say one more thing. Like I said, I work for Matrix Human Services, so if anybody in the community, y'all need help with testing, rental assistance, just any kind of hardships, reach out to anyone, me, Monica, or Chanel. Like, if you reach out to any one of us, we can get you connected to who you need to be connected to kind of get the service and resources that you need.
Thank you.
So for me, my message to the younger generation would be, don't be a me. What people don't know is that I'm the only living survivor out of all of my friends that I have came out with. I am the only one that's still here. And I think that's another reason why my passion is so deep into my community, because I had lost all of my friends to HIV and AIDS. And I have lost a lot of kids to drugs. So I think that's what kind of keeps me going. And when I say don't be a me, don't be that stressor. Don't be that giver more than you take, because again, that can weigh on you. Don't put yourself more than what you can handle. I tend to do that a lot. I put all of them before I put me. And I also take care of an 80-year-old mother who has been diagnosed, who's in remission of breast cancer. So I deal with so many things, but yet I still continue to move forward. So take care of yourself before you take on everybody else's problems. Because again, they can cause you so much damage within yourself. So don't be a me. Please don't be a me. Be a you. Take care of yourself.
Period. And so what I like to just say for the young folks is that, like, it is okay to be a lone ranger. Like, beating to your own drum, you will find your tribe, you will find your people, because ultimately trying to fit in will have you doing shit that you never even expected for yourself to be doing. But also recognizing you lose such a part of yourself in trying to fit into something, and when you look around, them motherfucking people not for you, for themselves, or anybody else. So you would have did yourself a great disservice if you just been yourself and stuck it out first and foremost. And so thank y'all for all taking this time and having this conversation with me. And hopefully, maybe, I'm gonna try and put it together depending on the weather, but like every other month, come out here and we can just have real talk. It won't be as many as these cameras, I swear to God. But yeah, it's your girl, Miss Mouthy. Even when you don't see me, you hear me. So next time, bye.